Hey, beautiful people, it's Rickita, and I'm back with another video. So this is my first time doing a live with my new background thing. I have this thing, this green screen for me to change up my backgrounds. I don't know, I just want to do something different. And two, I can probably put some stuff on the screen for you all that can actually stay up there. So I'm going to play around with it more this week. I'm going to play around with it more next week. So let me know if y'all like the different backgrounds. Let me know if you guys even care about that. But I has been this is my first week taking calls with everybody. So don't forget you all can start booking calls directly with me because I am now taking calls. And I actually been having fun taking the calls. I'm having a lot of calls, but I'm having a lot of fun with the calls. And I see that a lot of people have a lot of different questions. So I'm happy that I'm able to answer those questions. And I really want to talk today about anything you all want to talk about. I can answer any questions that you may have, but I really want to talk about just briefly, like basics of credit cards, because I know I tell you all to get credit cards, but today one of the clients was like, I don't even know how to use a credit card. It's got my first credit card. I just got credit cards just watching you. I really don't know what to do. So I want to tell people like what you all should actually do with your credit cards. But I dropped the link if you all want to go ahead and schedule the call. So you guys can go ahead and use that link to go ahead and schedule a call. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them down in the comments. Now, I know I made a lot of videos about getting credit cards. I know this, but I really want people to understand that I really want you guys to have at least 4 credit cards. If you guys don't have more than 4 credit cards, you'll be fine. I want you all to have at least 4 credit cards and 2 installment accounts on your credit reports. Have them reporting so that you can be building your credit. So whenever you want to use your credit, you'll have it available. If people want to use their credit probably for business, if people want to get to the point where they have like over $100,000, $200,000 in credit cards, that's like their business. If people want to use their credit card for buying rental properties, people want to use their credit card for business loans, they want to personally guarantee their business loans. That's all up to you all. But when I make the videos about different credit cards, I only put these videos out there just so you guys can be educated on the different types of credit cards that's out there, so you all can actually get these credit cards. You can get at least your 4 credit cards to start building up your credit. I don't think that every time I drop a video, you all are supposed to go and run and apply for these different credit cards. That's not what I want you all to do either. I told you all, like, at one point in time, I used to have like 70 different 70 inquiries. This is years before. 70 inquiries, and in 6 months I was able to build my portfolio in terms of credit. I was able to get more than $70,000 in credit cards, but I ended up messing them up. So I don't want you all to go down that path. You don't want to get too many credit cards, and you don't want to mess it up, because then you're going to have to start working to remove these credit cards from your credit reports. Now, I was talking to a client, and she was like, I got my first credit card. I didn't know what to do with it. And it was actually a Capital One credit card. So she said she started off with a $200 limit, but then she offered to put more money down on her credit card. And I guess she increased her limit to $1,000. It may be the new Capital One Quicksilver credit card, but she increased her limit to $1,000. She ended up maxing out the credit card, and now they closed the account. And now they say she still owes $6 on top of, she had that $1,000 um deposit that she put in. On top of that, that's gone now. They took that, and she still owes $6. And she was like, I don't know how that work. Are they going to send me any money? And I was like, well, you probably was over the limit on your credit card, in terms of you already spent more than $1,000. You owe more than $1,000. So you took the $1,000, and now you owe $6. And I was like, try to see if you can get your account back open, because if you all are getting your secure credit cards, like if you start with a $200 secure credit card like her, you don't have to increase it. That's something people don't understand. People think that they want to go ahead and increase it, put more money down on it. I don't suggest that you guys go ahead and do that. You can start off with a simple $200 credit card, and it will help boost your credit score enough so that you can go get a regular credit card for $1,000 at least. It'll be an upgrade. You go from secure $200, and now your credit is getting boosted. Your credit score is going up. Now you can go ahead and get a regular credit card. That's the one mistake I seen her make. She shouldn't have put more money down on that credit card, especially knowing that you were going to go max out that credit card. Because I tell you all, don't spend more than 5% on your credit cards. That's what I really don't want you guys to do. Don't spend more than 5% on your credit cards, or you all will be caught up in terms of, if you are unable to pay that balance, anything happen, you still got that money sent on that credit card, and you still have to owe that bill. A lot of people will max out their credit card and they'll pay the minimum payment on their credit cards. That's really bad too, you guys, because you can charge interest. And a lot of people, you want to buy a house, you want to buy a car, and you got to understand too, you already have all the money you have to pay for your credit cards, and now you got to think about other debts that you're trying to take on. You're trying to take on a mortgage, you're trying to take on a car. You have to think about those different things. And she had another credit card, and I'm using her in this situation because I'm thinking that she basically went through what I went through before. And I'm thinking that a lot of people still don't have those basics. Cause I started learning about credit, and now I don't even talk about the basics. Like, make sure you pay it on time, and pay at least your minimum balance. I don't talk about those basic things. So I definitely want to talk about that now for you all. But she didn't know that you should at least pay the minimum balance on a credit card, so they won't report you late and they won't close that account out. You do not want your accounts to get closed. That's like horrible, you all. You don't want your accounts to get closed. I know you're probably thinking you can get more credit cards. You do not want your accounts to close. And if you are going to close an account, because I talked about this in a previous video, if you're going to close your account, then you want to make sure you have at least 4 credit cards first. And you want them to be reporting for at least 6 months before you think about closing, like some credit cards where you may have a high annual fee or something like that. You want to wait at least 6 months because you want to make sure that you have at least 4 new credit cards that's reporting onto your credit. Well, let me not even say now. They can be old, but you want to have at least 4 credit cards reporting onto your credit reports before you think about closing your old accounts that may have like high annual fees and things like that. Hey, how are you doing? I'm just going on and on. I want to make sure I say hi. If you guys have any questions, make sure you guys go ahead and drop your questions. And I have a lot of work to do today. So if you all don't have any questions, I'm just going to go on my rant about the credit cards, and I'm going to hop off of here. And if you guys want to schedule a call with me, go ahead and schedule a call, and then we can talk about it next week. So I'm available from 12 to 2 next week. We can talk about whatever you need to talk about in terms of like home buying and credit cards, or we can look over your credit reports, whatever you need to get done. We can talk about that when you schedule your call. But you got just, when it comes down to credit cards, make sure you have 4, and make sure you pay at least the minimum balance. That's the whole rant of it all. Just make sure you pay the minimum balance on your credit cards. Make sure your accounts are not getting closed. If you are closed on an account, make sure you have at least 4 of the credit cards reporting onto your credit reports for at least 6 months. Now, do not close any of your credit accounts too. I cannot stress this enough. Do not close any of your credit accounts. I don't care if it do have a high annual fee. Do not close it if you're about to buy a house. Like, if you're about to buy a house or do any type of major purchase like that, like a car, you trying to get a high limit credit card, do not close any of your credit cards because your credit score is going to drop. You want to make sure that you're not going to be purchasing anything. I would say within the next 6 months, make sure you're not purchasing anything within the next 6 months. So if the account was to close, it is not going to hurt you. Like I told you all, my goal was for me to pay off my car by April, and I am on track for that. I'm so happy about that. So it's going to be less than 2 years of me having my vehicle. And I'm going to teach you all how to do the same thing too. But had the vehicle for less than 2 years, and I'm going to have it paid off by April. Now, when they close that account and mark it as paid, I know my credit score is going to drop. I know it's going to drop, but I'm not planning on doing anything on my credit right now. So, that's the thing. When I plan on doing something on my credit is around like, I'll say like October or November, so I have time. So I already know my credit score is going to drop. It's going to drop as soon as it reports that it's paid and it's closed. My credit score is going to drop, but I don't care. I'm not planning on using my credit for 6 months. So that's something that you guys can think about. Yes, you can always pay your car off. You can pay your car early, or you can make sure you pay. Say if you purchase something on your credit card, you technically can't pay what you for what you purchased until 2 days, because you got to wait to that transaction post. When I was trying to, like before, I used to try to get high limits on my credit card. So what I would do is I would max out my credit card, pay it back, max it out, pay it back, max it out, pay it back. I'll probably do that 3 times within a month, but I'll just make sure I pay off my credit card bill. But that's basically paying it early. So yes, you can definitely pay off your credit card's bill early. And then I tell you all too, like right now, I am not keeping a balance on my credit cards in terms of when it reports. Like, I'm using my credit cards minimally. I don't want to use that much on my credit cards, and plus I'm paying off my car, so I'm not trying to spend any extra money. But I'm making sure I'm paying off my credit card, the full balance by my due date. So Usually pay it off 3 days before the due date, but for sure it has to make sure it's reporting a $0 balance. And I want you all to have that habit too, because that if you guys are doing that, then you're not going to get charged interest. I don't have to worry about you. If you're doing that too, paying your bill off in full, and you're not just charging everything on your credit cards, you guys are going to be doing good too, because I don't have to worry about you having a $10,000 credit card and you spent $8,000 and you know you can't pay back $8,000 in a month. I won't have to worry about you guys having that problem. So make sure you only spending anything, only spend on your credit card what you can actually afford if you were to have to use your debit card. Understand that part too. Don't max out your credit cards, and make sure you guys are paying them back. And even if you just pay the minimum payment until you're able to pay more on it, do something, because that late payment, you guys, I'm telling you, it's going to really hurt you, and you're going to really regret it. Like you're going to really regret it. And I showed you guys a while ago too. I showed you that person that had a $5 and a $10 credit card. The minimum payment was $5 and the minimum payment was $10. If she was to have it set on auto pay, she wouldn't have to worry about a late payment. But since she didn't, she had a 30-day late payment on a $5 credit card. And oh my gosh, you guys, it really drops the credit score when you have those late payments. So it's just that simple in terms of just setting up the auto payment. We have technology, you guys. Take advantage of it. And I was talking to another client, I kind of tell some of my business. I was like, hey, I need to pay something for, I think I had to pay like $1,800. And then I was required to pay $100 per month. It was like some attorney fees. So I was like, okay, I set it up on auto payment with my bank, and they sent them out a check every month. And I measured it correctly and say, hey, stop sending it to them on this date. And now I just finished paying it off, but it was set up on auto pay. If I didn't have it set up on auto pay, I'd be thinking like, oh my gosh, I forgot to pay them. Oh my gosh, I forgot to do this. Set everything up on auto pay if you guys can, because most of your stuff can be set up on auto pay. Like for my credit cards, I have my minimum payment set up that they'll pay at least the minimum payment, because I just never know. I know what's going to happen. I just don't set up the full statement balance. I just don't do it that way. I just do the minimum payment, and then I'll pay the statement balance before the due date. I'll remember to do that. But I just set up to auto withdraw at least the minimum payment. Like just auto withdraw that minimum payment. If you pay a debt collection account, it gets deleted. If it gets so if you pay off a collection, your credit score won't go up. But if it's removed from your credit reports, yes, your credit score will go up. Your credit score will go up. You want to fix your credit? Oh, but it's confusing. It's just gonna take time. I still learn a lot of things now, you guys, because things change. We'll have one method of doing things, and then we have to do it another way. Like the way a lot of people purchase like my late payment removal, and then they look at it like, no, this is not going to work. I tried this before. It's not going to work. And I'm like, I don't know what you tried, what you tried to do before. But like my late payment removal letter right now too is really helping to remove student loans like crazy. Remove the late payments from student loans. And a lot of people have the late payments on student loans. So sometimes it's just learning it, trying it out, and see if it worked. And if it don't work for you, trying something new. And we're going to continue to have to try new things all the time and learn new things all the time. So just take it like one day at a time. Focus on fixing one thing. Say, hey, I'm going to work to remove these accounts from my credit reports. Then do that. Then after you learn how to remove the accounts from your credit reports, and once they remove, then you can focus on getting better credit cards. Start off with the basics, learn just the basic credit cards, get those credit cards. Then you go to the next step. It's just take it step by step in everything you do in terms of credit. But if you have any questions, I have my link here too. So you can go ahead and schedule a call. I have it in the comments. So go ahead and use that to schedule a free call. We can talk. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Hey, how are you doing? You both are welcome. Yes, let's schedule a call. Let's look at your credit reports. Let's start there. Because I had someone today and I was like, I look at their credit reports and I'm like, you really ain't got nothing to do. Like, just take the letter and send the letter out and see these accounts could possibly just get deleted. And, you could spend so much time thinking you got to learn this or learn that. Let's just talk. You send out a round of letters if you need to get accounts removed from your credit reports, and let me see which credit card you can apply for and just go from there. Don't forget, credit to me is basics. Like, I think of it like in a basic form. I don't try to get complicated with it because it's not really complicated. Credit is, can you take my money and can you pay me back? If you do not pay me back, I'm going to tell everybody that you did not pay me back. And I'm going to call you, I'm going to message you until you pay me back. That's basically what it is. And I'm going to tell everybody by putting on your credit reports. I'm going to keep putting on your credit reports for 7.5 years because I have that right until we get this fixed. But if you pay me, I will make sure I tell everybody, and now you able to get additional credit cards too. So it's like the good and the bad. Just make sure that you have your 4 credit cards, and if you have anything negative on your credit reports, you just remove it. Remove the bad, add the good, and then make sure you keep doing good, and you'll be good. So just keep your balance on your credit cards. It's not a limit in terms of it's not like a time frame for removing late payments. It's not like a time frame, because some people ask me that with bankruptcy, and I wanted to show you all too some recent bankruptcies that got deleted for my clients, but I'm gonna make sure I probably make a video about that tomorrow, because I didn't do all the editing and removing things that I need to be able to show you all that. But some people ask about bankruptcies. Well, my bankruptcy is 4 years old, can it be removed? It's 2 years old, can it be removed? And it could possibly be removed. I've seen bankruptcies get removed less than a year old. If they're 8 years old, I've seen it get removed. The thing is this, can we remove it from all 3 credit bureaus? Because sometimes the credit bureau's going to do what they want to do. They may want to just keep it on your credit reports. You may have to keep fighting them. You may have to attack them with an attorney. So, credit bureaus are going to do what they are going to do, but the question is going to be too, is it all 3 credit bureaus? Is it some credit bureaus that's not doing it? What type of account it is? Sometimes, that's what it's going to depend on, really. They bothering you. Well, listen, you still owe the debt. The thing is, this is what I learned. You still owe the debt, right? They can't threaten to sue you, but you can tell them not to call you anymore. You can tell them not to call you anymore, but that's it. They can't threaten to sue you. Let me see. I think I have the link here already. Okay, perfect. Yep. So there's the link. I made sure I dropped it. Oh, pressing the wrong buttons, you guys. Hey, how are you doing? Good evening. I need to schedule a card. Oh, you just got yourself credit card. That means you already had the installment account, so that's good. You moving on up now. Now, I always tell people, if you can't get a credit card, you can go through Self and get an account, get a credit card. So that's basically what she did. You have to get an installment account first with them. You pay into your installment account, and then they'll upgrade you to, well, you able to put that money into actual credit card, and that's going to help boost your credit score. And then now you have 2 accounts reporting onto your credit reports, an installment account and a credit card. But yeah, y'all go ahead and schedule that call with me. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you all have. But the questions are not flowing in like I really want the questions to flow in. If you guys have like some last minute questions, definitely let me know. I'm ready to do some work. I have a lot of work to do, and I have to definitely add notes to 3 clients while everything is still in my head. Everything is still in my head from earlier. So I want to make sure I add those notes to their files, because I like to remember our conversation. It just be so many clients. I got to make sure I add those notes. And I have a busy weekend coming up, you guys. And I was supposed to do swim lessons with my little ones this weekend, but they end up canceling it, saying something was wrong with the heater in the pool or something like that. So now we have to do it in the summer. But I still have a busy weekend, so I'm gonna go ahead, add the notes to the client's file, and then get prepped for next week. And then I'm going to start tackling a lot of things I have to do for this month. It's a lot of cool things that's happening. So if you guys are part of exclusive membership, we're already sending out letters for you all. I had my premium disputes, and I'll say like 90% of people at least see a few accounts get removed when they do like premium disputes. That's when I'm sending a letter directly to the company, like the collection company, or their, like, if it's a charge off, the original creditor. But now I have it so that I can send out more letters for you all, because sometimes you'll see a few accounts get removed, but you're like, hey, Rickita, there's still a lot of accounts, and I see this method is really working. I now have it so that I can continue to send them out for at least 3 rounds. So, and that's working really good. So I want to make sure I make videos for those people that inside the exclusive membership, so you guys know that you guys have that option. That's the premium disputes. And now I can help you guys remove freezes from your credit reports and put them on. If you guys are part of exclusive membership, we can go ahead and put a freeze on your credit report, and we can go ahead and remove a freeze from your credit report if you need to get a freeze removed. And don't forget, you can do this online. Like I told you all, I don't want to mess up my green screen, but I have the Experian app, and I can do it right through the Experian app. I can literally lock my credit reports and unlock it. But just in case, if you all don't want to do it that way, we can do that for you. That's something new that we have going on. And 2, third-party credit bureaus. Third-party bureaus, we're going after those. LexisNexis, if you guys have bankruptcies, if you send us a copy of your ID, you just need a copy of your ID. If you send a copy of your ID, you guys may see that you're getting letters from LexisNexis saying that your bankruptcy was deleted. And a lot of you are probably seeing that your bankruptcy coming off your credit report. And if you haven't sent a copy of your ID in, then most likely we didn't send anything into LexisNexis, because it's best if you send in some type of verification, and we're seeing the bankruptcies getting deleted. So if you guys have a bankruptcy, you got hope. Try to get that thing removed from your credit reports. Don't let it just sit there. But those are a few things that's going on. Let me think about what I'm working on now. So what I'm working on now is I'm making videos where you guys can learn along the way. That's more of a step by step. Like, I make personalized videos if I look on your credit reports, and if I see something wrong, or if I see that maybe you are doing something you shouldn't be doing, I'll record you a video. It's probably like 7 to 10 minutes long, where I'm reviewing your credit reports, and I'm telling you, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to pay this off, you need to, you need to apply for these credit cards, we still need to remove these. I tell you the complete rundown. So a lot of people are getting those videos. So if you guys want me to make a video like that for you, because I'm only doing it for certain clients where it's like it's late at night, I should be calling you, I'll record a video and I'll send it to you. If you guys want me to do that, then send me a message within your portal, and then I can make you a personalized video. Especially if, from 12 to 2 I'm only available, I can make you a personalized video telling you, hey, this is what you need to do to boost your credit scores. Because usually I can look at your credit reports and instantly tell you what you need to do. You need to delete these, you need to apply for these 3 credit cards, and you need to pay down this credit card. You need to be added as an authorized user on it if you can. I already know what I can tell you all to do. So if you are interested in me making you a video like that, like a step-by-step, you need to do this, and give you some homework, I definitely will do that. And then usually that will help you get your credit score over the 750 mark. So usually when I send out those types of videos. But I have a lot of things coming, you guys. I definitely have a lot of things coming. If you guys have any suggestions at all, definitely go ahead, and you can message them through the portal. You can drop any comments now, and I can write them down. And I just have a lot of goals for this year for the business, and I'm very, very excited. I know you all are going to be excited about the different things I have going on, and then the number of people I want to help to get into a home this year. So far, I'm on track. I'll tell you guys that on my New Year's, I want to make a video to tell you guys like the different goals that I was able to accomplish this year. But it's a lot of people I plan to help get into their home this year, and so far I am on track for that. So I'm so excited about that. Thank you. Schedule a call so we can talk next week. You usually when you get a credit card, your credit score is going to drop. But you know what? That's when I hear that your credit score dropped because you got a credit card, especially 27 points. I know that you had a decent credit score. That's all I can say about that. Because if you get a account added to your credit reports and your credit score is really, really low, then your credit score is going to shoot up. It's like the opposite. So most likely you have some decent credit, so that's good. And your credit score is going to even out after a while. It's going to go back up. It's going to go back up for sure. I don't know. Go ahead and give me a call and let's see what you could do about it. And let me see. Make sure you guys, this is the link to for me to give you a call. And I have a company reached out to me, you all, and they was like, "Oh, we want you to do a review on our product." And I'm really excited that they even reached out to me, because usually I'm like reaching out to other reaching out to the companies, or I'll just do a review just because. But this is a good company, because if you all have identity theft, or you had identity theft in the past, like, this company is where you really need to be, because they're going to help you through that whole process, and you could just sit back and relax. Because a lot of people I see, look out for that video. I figured the video is going to come out next week for sure. But I see a lot of people, they have like identity theft, and they like, Rickita, I don't know what to do. And it's like, it's it's just an easy process, but it's just the point that you need to know those steps. And this company is going to help you through that process. They're going to help you through that process. They're going to help you get your credit scores. They're going to help you know what your credit scores, get your credit reports. Anything happen to your credit, they're going to let you know what's going on with it. So I see a lot of clients have the identity theft, and then they paying for like credit repair to try to get this repair. And it's like, you could have easily handled this. So it's going to help a lot of people avoid even having to have their lives ruined. So definitely look out for that. And if you guys ever had any identity theft, then you know how crazy it can be trying to get that stuff removed. Sometimes it can be kind of crazy trying to get that stuff removed. So you all, sometimes people say, I've been calling. What number have you been calling? You all should call like the 833 Rickita, and then I have now my a personal line where I'm actually calling clients, where it's going to come directly to me. So you guys are going to get that number after you schedule a call. But I don't want to just give it out, because I want to know who's possibly calling, So I'll give you all that number, so you can just call me. You can definitely call me. Let me turn the volume down now, matter of fact, just in case it's late. I don't want anyone to call. Oh no, I don't think I've seen that car. Have I? I don't know. Let me look it up, because I'm all into looking up other credit cards and letting you guys know what's going on with it. Figure out what the fees, how the customer service, what benefits you guys will get. I'll look that up for you. I'm looking forward to eat. I'm looking forward to eat too, you guys. I'm fasting right now, so I am starving. I've been doing my intermittent fasting, so I can only eat from certain time to certain time. But I told myself I'm not going to eat until I drop a pound, which is basically me going to the bathroom, urinating a few times, and then I'll get there. So I am ready to eat. And if you guys have been following me, I have my 5K next month, and I never ran like that, you guys. I've been running like crazy. I ran right before I even went live. It's kind of why I'm late going live, because I was supposed to run this morning and I did not run. So I'm having my 5K, and I'm going to make sure I record that process for you all, so you guys can be motivated to tackle your goals. So first, tackle your credit, then you can start tackling more personal goals that you guys may have in your personal life. But I am ready to eat, so I'm looking forward to eating too. Hopefully tonight I can have at least some strawberries and something, a parfait or something. Give me something. Yeah, so the only way I would not advise a credit card is if it has high fees. That's it. Because it's not necessary. Like, some of the credit cards you can see is like $175 annual fee, and that's just ridiculous. And it's like, I tell you guys, if you're going to spend $175 on an annual fee, and then your excuse is, well, I don't have money for secured credit cards. you just basically just pay for it, because when you sign up for a credit card and it's $175 annual fee, they taking that money right out of the limit. And you may think, oh, I got $1,000 available, but you don't want to really spend $1,000 because you're going to mess up your credit anyway. You don't. You really want to spend only like $1,000 credit card. You will only want to spend like $50. That's 5% of that credit card. So make sure you guys are not getting those credit cards that have that high annual fee. And if you're willing to say, oh, I'm just going to spend a 175, get a secure credit card. I told you all about the Navy Federal Credit Union. They got the $200 secure credit card. Keep that credit card for 6 months, paying on time. Keep it. I would say keep your balance low, but I've seen some people use a lot of it, pay it off. They still get their credit card graduated, but in 6 months it's going to graduate to a regular $2,000 credit card, and they'll give you your $200 back. And if you spend 175 on a fee, that money's gone. But if you were to spend that $200 on a secure credit card, that money will come back to you as soon as it upgrades, as soon as it graduates. And then you can do that with Capital One, and you can do that with Discover too. I tell you guys about those secure credit cards that graduate, and I'm pretty sure I have a video about that on my channel. But just stay away from those credit cards if you can. Like, seriously, if it has like high annual fees, stay away from them. I know how, like, it's like a natural high you can get from like applying for credit cards. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've been there, done that. I told you I had 70 inquiries at one time. Like, how is that even possible? That was years ago. That's how I got all those credits. I learned about credit, so I guess it's a good thing. They end up coming off anyway, because after usually a year and a half, after 2 years, they'll fall off. I didn't even know about removing inquiries at that time. Now it's so simple. Don't forget, if you want to remove inquiries, just call the credit bureaus and say, hey, I need to remove these inquiries from my credit reports. Probably give them like 3 or 4, and they'll remove them. That's like the trick. A lot of people pay a lot of money to get inquiries removed. I even have the guide to tell you how to remove it, but it's really going to be the step-by-step process. Like, hey, here's a number, dial this, dial that, and it'll tell you like the same thing, 3 to 4 accounts, tell them 3 to 4 inquiries, and then they'll remove them from your credit reports. But I had like 70 inquiries like at one time. So I know it's like a natural high just applying for all these credit cards. Oh my gosh, the new credit card. Rickita posted another video. Let me see if I can get that credit card. Don't get into that crazy race if you guys are the rat race. If you guys are trying to buy a house with me this year, please don't. Just stay off my channel. Stay off anybody's channel that got credit cards. Like, everybody channel that got credit cards, just stay off of them. I know it's a natural high just applying for these credit cards, but don't do it, because that hard inquiry would drop your credit score. And two, you see the person above talking about how they had just had a new account on their credit reports. They just had a new credit card and their credit score dropped 27 points, or was at 22 points. One of the two, it dropped over 20 points. So do not go apply for all these crazy credit cards. Please call you anytime. I might. Don't tell me that, because I remember sometimes I used to call clients at like 11 o'clock at night, midnight, like, you still up? I used to text them, are you still up? Yeah, I'm still up. And I used to call them. But I used to want to get stuff done. I had a lot of clients at that time, and I did not have a team. Like, now I have a team. So it's like, listen. And I have a baby too. And I can hear his little butt in there whining. I'm going to go in there with him a little bit just to put him in bed, put him to sleep. How much time we at? Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Oh, you want anything? I want to so one of my goals too is I want to purchase another property for me and my family. So that's something I'm working on doing, and I just can't wait to have a bigger yard. I just can't wait. I just can't wait. And I plan on paying a house off as soon as possible. That's my thing. I do not want that I don't want that debt on my name. I don't. Like I told you guys, when I first bought my first property, I paid cash for it. I bought it through a tax foreclosure, a tax lien. I paid cash for it. And if you guys, especially if you where properties is really cheap, then I suggest you all do that. Properties was very cheap when I purchased that property. Like I purchased it for I paid like $8,700. It's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath condo. It was it's tax lien. Don't forget, with tax liens, they really just want you to pay off the back taxes on it. So it's a tax lien on it, and it went all the way to like the people next door. They got a loan. Someone bought theirs for like 90. 90,000. It's like, wow, just my next door neighbor sold theirs for 90,000 and I paid basically 9,000 to get mine. That was a good come up, but that's why I plan on buying more investment properties later on in the future. So just start with where you at, and then y'all definitely can build up. Definitely build up. But I can't wait to have me a huge yard to put me some stuff back there. Yours is a mess. Call me. Call me. Well, y'all ain't gonna have my number. Schedule a call first, because if y'all call me, y'all gotta wait to get transferred. Schedule a call. I spoke with it. Oh, you spoke with people already. Okay. You left a message. Schedule a call with me. Well, I know you already have an account. Let me put your name down because I know you're gonna be in a system. I already know. I'm sorry to. I tell you guys, I can never put 1, 2, and 3 together. And when I say 1, 2, and 3 together, I always say that I'm kind of a little behind in terms of remembering everybody. Like, I'm not good at remembering. I don't want to say I'm slow, but I just don't. I'm not going to be able to remember everybody. I don't. And when you guys are in my system, like if you're an exclusive membership, if I was to see you all on YouTube, your name is going to change. I would not know who you are. Some people think I do know. And if I see you all on Facebook, like, I would not know who you are. But you clearly got your name there. So thank you so much for that. I can write you down. I'll see your message after this. And then I just call you and I'll schedule a call if that's fine. I'll call you in about 10 minutes. Let me know if that's fine. Would it affect me if I want to do a LLC, or is that separate? What would affect you? Did I miss it? Would this affect me in any way if you want to do an LLC? I'm guessing you mean by repairing your credit. It shouldn't affect you at all. It shouldn't affect you at all. You could put a freeze on that report, but we're working to, if you send a copy of ID, we work to remove it from LexisNexis, not just freeze it, because the credit bureaus can still communicate with each other. If you have a freeze on your credit reports, they're still going to send information back and forth. So I usually just work to get it removed from the LexisNexis. That's what I usually try to do, work to get it removed. And I see a lot of times just getting removed right now too. Like right now is a nice time. If you guys have like a bankruptcy, right now is the best time to try to get it removed from LexisNexis while they are in a removing season. Like when it's hot, you guys gotta jump on it. And right now it is hot. So if you guys have a bankruptcy, removing from LexisNexis and then disputed with the credit bureaus, is going to be an easier chance of it getting removed, because they're not going to be able to verify it. The credit bureaus are not going to be able to verify it with LexisNexis. But it is another company that they will try to verify it with, especially TransUnion. That's a problem I see right now with TransUnion. But sometimes too, TransUnion, on some people credit reports, if it's a bankruptcy, it's still getting removed. It's like a hit or miss sometimes with certain people. Everybody's situation is different. You can have like the same account and same problems, but you send a letter in and you don't get anything deleted, but the next person will get something deleted. Or even if they were to get something deleted, it'll still stay on one of their credit reports. Like everybody would delete it except for Equifax. And now they got to attack Equifax. It's not. I know we all think of like the our credit as like, oh, we got TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, and since we get all of our credit reports together, we think that everything's going to happen together, but that's not necessarily true, because they're 3 separate companies. We got to send out 3 separate letters. We got to track those 3 separate letters, and we got to follow up on what they're going to do. So usually I wouldn't say just put a freeze though on LexisNexis. Let's just get it deleted. And then usually with any third-party companies, if you get those negative accounts removed, it's going to be easier too when you're dealing with the 3 credit bureaus. And you're doing the same thing. You want to remove anything that's negative on your credit report so that your credit score can basically go up. Did I talk about a trick? Shopping cart trick? That's the only trick. The other things is just, it happens. I don't know what to call it. It is what it is. You know the formula. It's not really a trick. But the shopping cart trick, I say we are tricking them, because you put the stuff in the shopping cart, you act like you want to buy it, and you really don't buy it. You get the credit card and you just dip. You're like, oh, thank you, got the credit card. So with the Navy Fed, it's certain requirements to get into Navy Federal Credit Union. But what I tell people is you gotta have somebody like in the Navy, the Army, somebody in the military basically. And they asked me, how do I qualify for it? Because I haven't been in the military or anything like that. And I was like, well, my granddad was in the Navy. And then I applied online. I applied for a savings account online. I called them and she was like, how can you qualify? I said, my granddad was in the Navy. And she didn't ask for any documents. She was like, oh, okay. And then she was like, all right. And then we started going on to other stuff. She didn't ask for any documentation or anything like that. So, that's how I got into it. You could have other ways of getting into it like that. In terms of my situation, I got in, and my granddad was really in the Navy, but they didn't ask for any documentation on it. And I'm in the system, so that's good. I was able to get an account with them. So hint. What type of installment accounts can you get as well? I don't know. You can get these are type of questions I don't know. What's the 3 a.m. Let me start reading additional comments. These are type of questions where what type of installment accounts can you get as well? You trying to get an installment account? It's different type of installment accounts out there. Installment accounts is like a car loan, a mortgage, a personal loan, your student loans. Them the type of installment accounts you can get. I don't know. Maybe rephrase that. You guys, don't forget I haven't been eating. I've been fasting today, okay? So I want to eat after this, but I've been fasting, so maybe I just don't understand that fully. I don't know. Thank you. I hate when I'm behind on the comments. I just miss the whole thing. I hate when I do that. Oh my gosh, I miss the comments. You're welcome. I have the link down in the description on how for the credit membership. You could just click it. It says credit membership. It's probably like the 4th link inside the description. I definitely know who you are. But I think you sent us a copy of your ID. I think that we already sent something in for that. Let me know if I can call you back. Okay, so I can call you right after this. I'll call both of y'all right after this. Oh, yeah. We sent it to LexisNexis and we sent it to the credit bureaus too. Well, after I look after the baby, I gotta do some more work. Let's schedule a call for next week. For next week. Because with them, I already had their reports and stuff like that. It'll be nothing for me just to get on a call really quick. Let's talk about all of that. Is there any hope for me? I always think that it's hope for everybody. Like I was talking to a client today, and he went and tried to get a mortgage somewhere else because he was like, "Hey, whatever y'all can do, let's get the credit going because I'm trying to buy a house for me and my kids." And they like touched me last night, and I was like, "I got to schedule for a call. I need to talk to him." And I looked at his credit, and I'm like, "You can get a house right now. Like your credit score is over 680. You can get a house right now. And I need to talk to him." So I scheduled a call and I talked to him. And something happened where he already applied for it and it didn't go through. Like he was about to close on his house and everything, but something happened where it didn't go through all the way. And I was like, well, now what? Now what? Like, when are you gonna be able to get a house? At some point, you should still be able to get your house. Like, say if we was to talk and I look at your credit reports, even if you can't get your house in 6 months, we still know what path you have to go down to get your house. The only thing that's gonna really delay your house, major things, it's like, oh, you're not gonna get no house, is if you have major debts that you still have to pay off and you have not paid it off. And I mean, like, well, some mortgage companies haven't even been including certain charge-offs as debt. But like I would say, like high balance credit collections, if you guys may have had like a bankruptcy, don't forget, if you have a bankruptcy, you got to wait 1 year for chapter 13. You got to have at least 12 payments, and then no late payments. You guys, if you ever late on your bankruptcy chapter 13, you might as well say forget it. Let me tell y'all that now, because I just just learned that you might as well just say forget it. Like ain't no turning back, kinda. And I'll update you guys on if there's a way to get around that. But if you guys have a bankruptcy chapter 13, you at least have those 12 payments, and you can wait a year. You could buy a house in a year, but you got to wait that year. Chapter 7, you have to wait those 2 years. If you guys had a foreclosure, sometimes they'll say you have to wait 2 years, 3 years, sometimes even 5 years, depending on what type of loan you're trying to get. But it's just wait that period, and then you can get a house. So there's always hope. The question is going to be when. Like, when can I get the house, Rickita? What do I have to do to get it? And then when can I get it? I just told you all the trick to the inquiry removal. All you have to do is call each credit bureau. Call TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, and you just talk to them and say, hey, I have these 3 inquiries. Only give them like 2 or 3. Don't say I need these 10 inquiries. Say, hey, I have these 2 or 3 inquiries, and I need to get them removed from my credit reports because they're not supposed to be on my credit reports. And then they'll remove them from your credit reports. Sometimes you may have to call back. Sometimes you may have to call back. Just be okay with that. And I don't want you guys to dispute inquiries if you have an account attached to that inquiry and it's on your credit report. So if you have a Capital One credit card and you got that inquiry, like, Rickita, I want to get it removed, I will tell you all to leave it, because sometimes if you basically, when you tell them to delete an inquiry from your credit report, you disputing that inquiry basically. So if you were to dispute that inquiry, they're going to think that the account is fraudulent, and they're going to remove it from your credit reports. So don't dispute an inquiry if you have an account that's on your credit report. So if you want to, if you have any third party credit bureau, we have the same FCRA rights, the Fair Credit Reporting Act. That means everything has to be 100% accurate, 100% verified, and then it has to be timely. So if you was to send in a letter saying, hey, can you verify this account? This looks kind of funny. If they don't respond to you in 30 days, they have to remove from your credit reports. Like, that's our right. And LexisNexis, CoreLogic, SageStream, all of these Innovis or just any of these third-party bureaus, you can send in a letter to have these accounts removed, because that's our right. Because just think about it. These companies, how did you even know I had this credit card? Why are you in my business? Like, do y'all ever think about it like that? Like, how do you even know this? Like, a client was like, I don't even know how she got a collection letter at her new house. And she's like, I don't even know how they even got the address. Like, how did you get this new address to even send me a collection letter to our new house? Like, where y'all at? Y'all all in my business. I don't know if you guys think about that. And then too, when you look at it, you like, well, you gonna tell everybody you have a bad credit score, but all of this stuff is wrong. So that's why we send in dispute letters, letting them know, hey, this ain't even 100% accurate. Yeah, I can owe the debt, but it should be removed from my credit reports because it's not accurate. And it don't matter who it's with, though. If it's a third party bureau and they're basically selling your information for profit, that's what they're doing, then you are able to dispute them. And they have the same thing where they have to respond within 30 days. And you guys, I'm going to tell you guys, since you all are actually here, I am going to put out another free dispute letter. I don't know if you guys have my a dispute letter. I'm going to put out a free dispute letter for you all. So you guys, if you wanted to try it on your own, I don't know what's going on with your finances. You can't probably be a part of the exclusive membership. Do something. Like, let's get something going. Like, feel the momentum and then start working towards certain goals. But I'm going to have that dispute letter out for you guys. So definitely look out for that, because I'm going to make sure I put it in a future video. I'll put it in a future video, and then I'll start having it available in the comments. But I have this dispute letter available, and then I'm going to have another letter to the collection company. So, a few letters to the collection company. If you guys want to tell a collection company, don't call you no more, don't send you no more letters, like, just leave me alone. I'm going to have that letter available. I already had that letter available in the description, but I'm going to have another letter available just you guys to have options. I'm going to have a letter available if you guys were to get a collection letter in the mail. You guys need to respond to those collection letters. I'm going to have a letter available that you guys can actually send to them. And understand too, when you send this letter out, you're supposed to get a lot of things back in the mail because you're requesting so much from them. But you got to get a lot of things back in the mail. So I'm going to have that free letter available for you all. Don't forget, if you all want to go the old school way, send a letter into the credit bureaus for those inquiries to remove those inquiries. I got that available for you guys. That's down in the description. But I got a lot of free things I have available. Well, a lot of free things I have coming for you guys. But I still hear the baby and they're going crazy. And I'm hitting the box. But I still hear the baby and they're going crazy. So I'm going to make sure I check on the baby real quick, and then I'm gonna call 2 clients. So I'm gonna call both of you. So if you all have any questions, go ahead and schedule a call with me, and then I'll make sure I answer any of your questions during our call. Don't forget, I'm only available from 12 to 2 Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Baby is still 1 month old, about to be 2 months, but I just don't have that much time to take calls. But if you have additional questions outside of that 12 to 2, don't forget you can always call or text 833 Rickita. Just call or text us and we'll be able to help you. Now, yeah, 833 Rickita. You can call that number. And you guys can I never can remember. It's like 742. I can never remember the phone number. But I paid for my name early on because I knew, like, I just wanted to be able to say 833 Rickita. You remember that? 833 Rickita. I don't know. So I need to come up with something catchy for me. So I need to come up with something catchy. But everybody have a nice night. I'll make sure I drop that video. And if you guys need help with buying a home, don't forget I have my huge goal with how many people I need to help this year get into a home. I can definitely help you with that. I can help you make sure your credit is together. I can help you find the realtor, and I can help you find the mortgage company. But go ahead and schedule a call, and I can help you throughout that whole process. Yes, it's going to be Eastern Standard Time, 12 to 2. But I can help you through that whole process. And if you want me to look over your credit reports, I can definitely look over your credit reports. But I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.